Germany. Like an English accent. Sorry, dude, I've been in Germany and stuff. Why don't you say Deutschland? I'm jet lagged. I had a few. Anybody else come recently from far away? Yes. There's a bit of that. Every now and again, you get this nauseous, like, what am I doing awake? Oh, that's right. Okay, 10 minutes later, it goes away. So happy to be here. Hi, guys. For those who haven't caught up on our show yet, as far as yesterday's episode, no, you shut your ears. Shut your ears. There may be some spoilers. Oh, there will be some spoilers. Who's cheering?
Remind me what the spoilers are. Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one. Oh, Lord. This is the first time I've ever had a concession stand. I feel kind of awesome. I want to see like halfway through the panel, someone will like, well, I need some Cheetos. Hot food and bar. I'm glad y'all are here. I'd be there right now if I could. I think I see some pasties. What about pasties? The weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, and pasties?
Not so bad.
Now I like your head.
Breads? I like. Now I know all these years, so I do this funny thing when I'm in foreign countries where I feel like I'm trying to assimilate a little bit, and I've got myself in trouble a few times. And I'm certain that I've been in the UK and been like, I'll have your sausage pasty for you. I've kind of gotten this look, like, sausage roll? I would never say sausage roll. So when I'm wearing my fanny pack,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, continue.
Which I was told, by the way, they're like, don't call them fanny packs. Okay. Call them bum bags. Are they elder? Like, we call them colostomy bags. I hope none of y'all are eating. Sorry, concession stand. I just realized what I'm saying.
So it's a bum bag?
Apparently here.
Well, where else are you going to carry your sun cream?
Well, I put mine in my fanny pack. I usually put.
No, you would put sunscreen. But here they call it sun cream.
No.
Yes. Learned that this morning.
We had an entire discussion.
Grabbing a coffee and some guy's like, excuse me, where can I get your sun cream? And I was like, whoo! I'm good, I'll have the coffee. Well, what happens if your sun cream comes in an aerosol can?
Sun spray. I like that. That sounds like a nice,
Very civilized. It makes complete sense. We call it sunscreen. It's not a screen at all.
screen the sun.
Block would be.
It doesn't block it.
But let's get back to the bum bag.
Translucent.
So you've got sun cream and pasties in there.
Yeah. Got my fanny pack.
And it's just right above your sausage roll. You've got your green. I'm just trying to get the terminology so that I don't look as bad as you generally do. when trying to assimilate.
That's impossible.
What are some of your other assimilation downfalls?
Is anybody Italian in here?
Any Italians?
So I went to an Italian restaurant, and I didn't really speak fluent Italian, nor do I currently. The woman comes by and asks very clearly, like, how are you enjoying the food? And in Texas, like, when you have good barbecue, you're like, So she's like, how was the food? And I go, And she gives me this look like, leaves, and I was like, I told her I liked it.
First of all, never have I seen you or anybody that we know do this after eating barbecue.
Then you're hanging out in the wrong circles.
Or maybe I'm not.
New circles.
I will say that I do have a similar story. My first trip to England years ago. I believe I was with Mans. I was with Jason, and we went to a pub, and I ordered 2 beers, like we do in America, which apparently is a sign for victory. And luckily, the bartender quickly asked, "You American?" I was like, "Yeah. Have had beers, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, coming right up." So, learned that one quick. I was like, wow, he was kind of a dick to me. Just like, what? He was a bit of a sausage roll.
I will say this, those who know American hand slang, is that what you was calling it? So Shep the other day, literally 2 days ago, or the day we flew out from Austin, Shep was really excited. He called it a roly-poly. And he said, "Daddy, I caught a roly-poly." And Jen was there, and I was like, "That's cool, kiddo." I was like signing something, whatever it was. And I was like, "How many roly-polies you catch?" And he goes, "1." And I hear Jen laugh. So Shep's here, and Genevieve was here. And I hear Jen laugh. And I'm like, "Oh, cool. What are you laughing at?" And she's like, "Look at your son." And Shep's like, "I caught 1 roly-poly." And I was like, "Cool, kid. Let's use this finger next time." Yeah, he's a partner. Kindred spirits. All right, before we talk about how bad we're at slang, I think there are some people who have waited nicely, so let's get to, let's go right.
Okay, if Adam were to somehow get out the cage, would he be super vengeful, like the next main antagonist?
Man. I don't know. Well, first off, I love Jake.
Personally say I'd love to have Jake back on the show because he's a great guy, a great actor, and somebody we really enjoy working with. That being said, as far as from a character standpoint, I think he'd be pretty upset. I would be.
I think he'd be pissed / relieved at no longer being in the cage.
Yeah, probably.
You think angry?
Yeah, maybe he'd be angry. However, he's messed with the Winchester brothers before. And look where he ended up.
The OG.
So I'm just saying, you know.
I think it's a gang league.
Once bitten, twice bitten again.
I was like, yeah, so he hasn't eaten in a while. He'd be skinny. We heard like a chorus of gang league. He'd be very thin. Yes, he would. He hasn't eaten in a while. Yeah, hopefully he'd be happy. But he'd probably be angry.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your question. Thanks for waiting.
Thanks.
Get written off?
Yes.
No, I did not. They don't, in fact, I usually don't read ahead, unless there's something specific that I need to like read ahead for, to start training for or whatever. But I generally wait almost until I'm finished filming the episode before I pick up the script for the next episode, which generally starts the next day. And it's just a way for me to keep everything chronological in my head, because sometimes when I read ahead, I start thinking that the stuff that's happening in that script is going to happen in this script, so I start playing that stuff when I really shouldn't.
There are also great moments where, so we alternate assistant directors. One does evens, one does odds. So we'll be filming like day 7 of episode 9, and episode 10's assistant director will come, go through the breakdown of the shooting schedule. Okay, Jared Jensen, so we're going to be in studio for 4 days. We'll be out in Langley for 2 days. We'll be in Fort Langley for 1 day. We'll be in Portland for another. Jensen, you know that scene where Dean comes in and it's Cash and Sam is actually in the room?
Yeah.
He's doing things. So unfortunately that has to be on Friday night because of David's availability. And, yeah, but we're gonna actually pick up the next scene where you'll go outside.
Yeah.
So we use the sugar and jam factory that we use sometimes
For that one scene. With
that's it. Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
That's what we have to use.
No, I got it. And that makes more sense because of what that scene has.
Yes. Okay. Cool. And then he'll walk away and.
Meanwhile, I know Jared just sitting there going like this. But then I'll literally like let that person walk away and I'll be like, all right, what scene was he talking about?
True story. Okay, so the story. This happened.
I've now started just telling like Kevin, I'm like, dude, I haven't read it. He's like, okay, so in the big fight scene where you got this person and this person, so we're running into some technical. I'm like, Kevin, I don't know what you're talking about.
You also, God love Kevin Marks. You also tell him that every single episode, he comes back the next episode, I'm like, okay, so y'all read the script, you know that this, and you're like, Kevin, we've talked for 13 years. Sorry.
Don't read ahead, it messes me up.
But even, I think, to kind of expound on kind of what he was saying, I don't think when season 2, episode 1 was filmed, that the writers knew where it was going. A lot of times they have a general idea, or they have 5 or 6 general ideas, and they kind of go with the flow and go with what works. And honest to God, they pay attention to y'all guys to some degree. They pay attention to what we have to say and what seems to work. They'll have a great idea about this character that comes in, and they get along with the boys, and it's like a third brother, not Adam. And then they'll watch an episode or two and be like, okay, you know what? That's just not working. Or there's a girl that comes in and I think they wanted to play, I don't think they wanted to play Soul of Sam for so long, but they were like, we dig this. And so they dragged it on. I don't think they wanted to play the Amelia story for so long, short. And they wanted to be longer, but it just didn't have what the story is based on. We need to get back to Sam and Dean. So I think the writers are sort of bobbing and weaving as well. They work their ass off every day, weekdays and weekends, and I'm grateful for that. But they work their ass off because they're paying attention. They don't just write a script and go like, okay, finish it off. They kind of pay attention. They're like, okay, well, this isn't, let's massage this away, or let's massage this longer.
At the end of every season, there's generally a big cliffhanger. And I always ask our showrunner, I'll say, okay, how are we picking this up next season? And I've never received an answer that is different from, that's what we had 2.5 months to figure out. And they do. They write themselves this massive cliffhanger, and then they're like, okay, I guess we all got to put our heads together and figure out how to get out of it. So they're doing that right now. With the cliffhanger, the massive cliffhanger that you guys will see in a week or 2.
Oh, they don't want a cliffhanger. Thank you for your question. Thank you. On the show, which one did you have the most fun filming with Deb? You know what? I think that's a great smoothie. It's hard to. It's hard to completely be objective about it, but I really love the build-up to and the death of Lilith. It was cool to film it. It was cool to be a part of it. I know it's when I met my wife, and I'm probably biased to anyways. So that's why season 4. What is that? Puppy Factory? Puppy Press?
Do you do it yourself?
Is it do-it-yourself conference? I'm gonna go with
belt sander and a skill saw.
I'm gonna go with Lilith.
I'm gonna say Alistair. Yeah.
Same season.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Who was yours? Did you run away?
Honestly, I'm not too sure.
Oh, come on now!
You're going to ask a question, have an answer that you want to hear.
And yell at us.
And that way you can either be disappointed or surprised.
Well, I quite like the death of the Leviathan and stuff, because, yeah.
Fair enough. I just spittled. I what you were trying to say. Thank you for your question. I feel like in the last 5, 10, 15, I think like I feel like a lot of problems, or what I foresee as problems, which is obviously very opinionated, I feel like a lot of things have gotten better. We have a long way to go, but I feel like we're finally being out on the table with a lot of problems we have both in America and around the world with prejudice against whether it's race or religion or sex or mental wellness or height or weight difference or hair color. I feel like we're starting to tackle things head on as a people. So fingers crossed. Let's keep on trying to spread the love.
Trying to make it relaxed and comfortable that way. Yeah.
Jensen would like to introduce you.
This is Anna. Anos.
Anu. And Anna. We are heard. So, as we do.
That's better than Anus.
So we invite the last question up on stage. 2 people look to their supernatural family and say their question. I know, this is what we get to stare at, a lot of lights. So, what is your question?
Actually, I didn't write.
Well, here, I'll just read it out loud.
Children on shoe. That's not a question.
My question was if your children ever expressed any interest on being or playing a small part on the show, and would you ever let them?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Our children? No. No and no. One of the ways that Jared and I bridge the distance between our families a lot is video. FaceTime, video talking with our kids. And a lot of times this happens at work. And a lot of times at work, daddies have blood all over their face. And so when we do these video calls with our kids, sometimes I'll like just show half of my face. One eye, or not at all. I'll just like not show, but every now and again, I'll be like, you know, hey JJ, look at Daddy's fun makeup, and I'll be like, it's just make believe. It's like Halloween, and she has several times expressed how gross it is and how she doesn't want to work where I work. So I'm more than happy to hear that.
That's a great idea. My kids have never expressed a specific entrance. Though I'm getting to the entrance part, but they're
I'm 65.
My oldest son Tom. There's a baby picture of Tom. I don't know what the episode is, but he played like a cursed baby that I'm flicking through the files. I think he was young at the time, so it was after March 19, 2012. But I was like, hey, if we're looking through these pictures of like babies, can I use my kids in one? Like, it doesn't even look like him now, but it might be fun trivia. And then there was a scene where we were entering into a haunted area of a house. Were you there also, up the stairs with a flashlight? And Tom and Chef
to all 48.
And then I went up with Chef. So there was a scene where we were in a house, and Sam and Dean have their flashlights, and they're kind of going up the stair, and Jen and Tom and Shep were in the house watching it happen, watching like Daddy and Uncle Jensen, like very slowly Scooby-Doo walk like this. stairwell, and then Chef was like, "Can I see?" I was like, "Okay." And so the camera guys rolled the cameras, and Chef grabbed Uncle Jensen's flashlight, and he and I both like peeked up the stairs. He didn't know that we were playing pretend. He thought we were going to go see something scary, and so we're looking up. The problem is that there's this really cute, like up the first 4 steps, and then as soon as we turn, the cameras were there, and so Chef's flashlight just went straight to the camera. So all you can see is like a white out of the flashlight. So they haven't expressed interest yet, and I would be hesitant again to show them the big plate face, Daddy and Uncle Ackles. But we'll see someday. Thank you for your question.
Thank you very much.